Good morning, all. Welcome to GEW 2020. This is the WenA Global Entrepreneurship Week Conference 2020. This is an event hosted by in collaboration with our partners, the Federal Inland Revenue Service. We have the Standard Organization of Nigeria, and we also have SunTrust Bank. WenA is putting together this event to commemorate or to actually celebrate entrepreneurship. We believe that entrepreneurship is the lifeblood of any nation. And as such, as an organization, we have actually put in place a number of things that can help support entrepreneurs' growth. WenA was established in 2018 specifically, and the objective behind our organization is how can we actually develop world-class entrepreneurs that can affect the marketplace. We provide a range of services to support our entrepreneurs. These services range from capacity building, we link businesses to access to finance. We also have a number of established mentors, services, and we also provide monitoring to our businesses. WenA is also in the space of providing business development services. We believe that any entrepreneur will require these requisite services so that they can not only start, but they can also grow. As part of our lineup for today, we have a number of distinguished guests who are well experienced and will be speaking on various topics which we believe will affect you as an entrepreneur. One of our first speakers today is from the Standard Organization of Nigeria. Standard Organization of Nigeria is an organization that has been established by the federal government of Nigeria, and their mandate is to help businesses have standards to be standardized in delivering their services, so that they can attract the best form of investment and they can also make the maximum in terms of their growth potential. Standard Organization, we have a speaker today who will be speaking on all things that you need as an entrepreneur to grow in your business. We will also have the opportunity to ask our audience, our panel, questions on standardization. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello.
Great to see you. You're looking very
good. Good morning. And you too. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, ma, for being with us today. As you're well aware, this week we are celebrating the Global Entrepreneurship Week, and we have with.
Thank you very much, everyone. On behalf of the Director General, Management, and the entire staff of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, we want to thank the Women Enterprise Alliance, the executives and members of the association for giving us the privilege to participate in this program. It's very important to us because it's providing a platform where we can actually share our services, and then you'll be able to learn how it touches you as a small business. I'm hopeful that network will be kind and favorable to us so that we'll have a hitch-free presentation. Thank you very much. So our presentation is speaking on SUN as an enabler for MSMEs growth in Nigeria. And this presentation is actually being done on behalf of the Director General and Chief Executive of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim. I was trying to define as in simplest terms, it means fitness for purpose. And it means your ability to be able to satisfy the need of the consumer. So once the customer has specified what his expectations are concerning a product or a service, and you're able to provide it, and the customer uses it and is satisfied, it means that quality has taken place. And it means that you have offered a quality service or product. And standardization, in also a simple term, because these are words that are actually technical, but at the same time, they are used on a daily basis. So standardization simply means the entirety of the process involved in the application of standards. We have what you call regulations. You also talk about regulations. These are established to ensure that activities are done in the most appropriate ways that have been established. And then we also know what government regulations mean. There are sets of rules and legislations that are established by a competent authority, such as the Standards Organization of Nigeria, to ensure that activities are carried out in the most appropriate form. We already know what a business environment are. And then for the purpose of this topic, which says as an enabler, SON as an enabler, we need to know what enable is. And enable implies making things possible. And then an enabler is somebody who makes something possible to be done. So you can see that SON is an enabler as we progress. I know we already know the mandate of SON Act, which gives us the regulatory framework with which we are operating. And that is within the mandate of our Act of 2015. And of course, I've already mentioned the purpose of SON, which is very vital. It helps to protect lives and property, consumer satisfaction. It enhances competitiveness and fair trade. It improves trade. And that's why you begin to understand why we are actually under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. And then standards, as we progress, you also see that it creates orderliness and avoid chaos. It enhances investment. Now, supporting instruments to businesses needing to scale. You will see that it's speaking to local markets, regional markets, continental markets, international markets. And you begin to see that everything about standards is a supporting instrument for trade, whether at the local level, regional, continental, or international. And then to the main topic, SON as an enabler for MSMEs growth in Nigeria. How do we do that? We do it through standardization, which has been defined, laboratory testing, product certification, metrology services, which is the science of measurement in terms of the equipment you use and other facilities that you put into your manufacturing processes that ensures accuracy. And so metrology services covers that regarding calibrations to ensure that your instruments are gauged to the finest of all accuracy. And then we have the management system certification services, which talks about process certification on how you manage your business. And then capacity building. And what are the purposes of all of these services? Like I explained earlier, they are aimed to improve your product quality, to facilitate trade and consumer satisfaction, which is very, very vital. So from this line alone, you begin to appreciate the vital role of the Standards Organization of Nigeria and how it touches you either as a service provider or as a producer. We have services, and those services are actually classified under trading within Nigeria and across borders. And what is it saying? It's saying as long as you are involved in trading, because when you manufacture or you produce for the purpose of selling. And then there are the sellers, and then there are the consumers. So the aim of SON is to facilitate trade, whether within the country or across the border. And then I'd already discussed about the services which have been categorized here for you to actually see the products under those services that ensures that some adequately provide the desirable service for you as the consumer in this circumstance. And then under certification, we have the Standards Organization of Nigeria Conformity Assessment Program, SONCAP. You have the local variant. The SONCAP has to do with the importation of products into the country. And then mandatory conformity assessment program is the local variant, which has to do with certification for locally manufactured products that are intended for. So you find that whether you are importing or you are exporting, Standards Organization of Nigeria is involved in your choice of activity. And then the management systems are also mentioned. Then we have product registration, which occurs under our registration service for products that are imported in order for us to have a database on what products that are coming into the country. And then our standardization process has to do with standard development and also our library services, which offers references and sales of standards, whether locally, national standards, regional standards, continental standards, or global standards. And then the services we render are under the sound testing services. We have our port of operations, which complement the importation of goods into the country. And then we offer training, and I've already mentioned the methodology services. And then we have to go to the main truth of the matter, which is a bit technical, but I will try as much as possible to help us understand it. And it is on the understanding what standards are all about. Standards are nothing more than the document that has been articulated with requirements that have been proven through laboratory analysis and established to be the best way that a product should be before it can satisfy the need of the customer or the consumer. And it could be for services, it could be for products. And this is typically how a standard looks like, the document. And what you will find inside, you find the members of the technical committee, who are those who participated. I will quickly do that. And then we have the specifications that are articulated there. And then we have the standards coming on different levels. You have them in company standards, trade group standards, such as yours, like the Women Enterprise Alliance can decide they want to have specific standards to self-regulate what their members are producing. And then we have the national standards, which is the Nigerian Industrial Standard, regional standards, continental standards, and international standards. And they come in different forms. This is our standardization process, which basically helps us to identify the standards that needs to be elaborated. And it's very key here, because from the screen, if you can see, you will appreciate those who are involved in standard development. And they are people from academia, manufacturers, research institutes, consumers, consumer groups, and exporters. Some is merely a secretariat. And what does standards do? It ensures customer satisfaction, it reduces time to minimize waste and cost, promotes innovation, it enhances business planning, business expansion, competitiveness, compliance with regulatory requirements. These are just a short form of what standards does for us. And at the end of the day, what does it do? It enhances economic development and business growth. It continues, and importantly, you find that in terms of food safety regulation, it is there. Environmental, it is there. and it is standard who ensures that. And laboratory services cuts across all the product lines that are available and classified. And so we're able to provide those services which complement the certification process. We talk about our product certification with our mark of quality. The process involved is very, very easy. And it starts with identifying the companies that need to be inspected. We inspect, we take samples, send to the laboratory for testing. And then if we find that it complies with the requirements of the standard, a certification is automatically issued. And that certification is called the Mandatory Conformity Assessment Program marker. And these are the quality marks that will be issued to those products that comply as an attestation of their compliance with the requirements of the standard. I will skip this for now. We'll talk about our factory inspection services, which I have discussed to complement the certification process. We have our support for MSME development to ensure that they are able to integrate. So we have subsidized sales of standards to them, certification charges, laboratory testing charges. And if you want to import your product, it's also subsidized for you to import only your raw materials and equipment. We do that at certified, at subsidized cost. And most importantly, we enhance and promote participation in the technical committee that elaborates standards. You see, for you to be able to assess some services, it is for you to create to be part of that activity. And I think for the Women Enterprise Alliance, I've already initiated discussions with Mr. Bello that is beyond this presentation, which is unable to address the understanding that we need to kick off an activity. We need to sit down and discuss how products manufactured or produced by or services offered by members of the WenA network to get certification and have our certification, because certification now will be the priority endorsement for trading under the African Continental Free Trade area. And if you don't have certification, it will be difficult for you to participate in that trading window. And for us to be able to participate as a country, we need a holistic certification nationwide, which will be more enhanced if it is voluntary than enforced by Standards Organization of Nigeria. We have some constraints, a lot of interest in standards and their benefits, which is why you find people asking, oh, why are some products not having certification? When you produce and you don't put a traceable address, it's difficult to find you. But we are ready and willing to help you go through the process. A very simple process. Within 60 days, you get your certification once you make yourself and your product available for us to work together as a team. And so you find that lack of voluntary participation in standards development. Like I said before, the WenA network can approach us, we meet on a round table, and they discuss with us and say, we have this product A, B, C, that are manufactured by our members. We need standards for them. We need certifications for them. And we progress from there. That is the way to go. And then, like I said, standards are not developed by Standards Organization of Nigeria. Standards Organization of Nigeria merely acts as a secretariat. The need for standards development lies with you, the stakeholders. If you don't make your needs available, it becomes very difficult, because at the end of the day, we are going to make standards that will not find use. But international practice, we normally require that a standards body exhibits evidence that the stakeholders were involved in that standard development. Otherwise, it will not even fly through the WTO process for validation of standards. And so I believe you have gone through the screen and saw the other details outlined under this particular slide. And we have discussed the issue of the role of the business membership organization, such as WenA. WenA must serve as a one-stop shop for members regarding the progress that we are going to make going forward. I will skip this. Well, as a way forward, you need to see Sun as a business facilitator and an enabler. And you must continue to ask questions on requirements for business growth. I'll be rounding up shortly, and you need to be involved also in the process for standardization for us to be able to take our country to the next level and take advantage of our huge market under the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, rather than allowing other countries to bring into their products into Nigeria, which has the largest market in Africa. And we also welcome to suggestions to help Sun also improve. We have the ease of doing business, which has mandated us to serve you better. At the moment, we have 4,108 products by 2,300 MSMEs certified. And the question is your product among these ones that are certified? Are there products from WenA network that are among this data? Those are the issues that we should begin to work on as we approach 2021, so that by March 2021, February, we should be celebrating certifications in the WenA network. We have our communication strategy. We have a toll-free line, which are exhibited on the screen, and we have programs that run on the network just to sensitize us on our activities. Our conclusion, I have spoken extensively. We need to maintain a zero tolerance to the manufacture or patronage of fake and substandard products. And most importantly, we need to join hands together as a country with Sun, because Sun is a government institution, and who are those who make up government? It is you, it is us. So in other words, we own Standards Organization of Nigeria together. These are our contacts. I thank you all for listening, and we appreciate you. I must apologize for taking your time.
Thank you
very much.